Call this meeting order at 7 o'clock, June
9.
9th, 2026. Approve the minutes of May 26th, 2026.
I move we approve minutes.
I second motion.
All in favor?
I
Vote on the appointment of Cynthia Poirier to the Cultural Council.
move we appoint Cynthia Poirier to the Cultural Council.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
I Okay, I have a few things that came up today. First of all, I think I just told you guys, I'm not sure you heard it, but I know Kara did. David Dineski, our primary contact at KP Law, is retiring at the end of this month. He has a designated successor, but he's the sort of municipal law person. And then when you get into specialized areas, he refers you out to the other specialists in the firm. But I can also give you guys the names of those ones. So that was one point of information I wanted to share. The reason I was talking to him today was because Kimberly Longy, you will recall at a recent meeting that we had, expressed an interest in joining the finance committee because we were going to make the capital planning portion of finance business a sub part of finance. And she said she would be willing to join that. But then she was a little bit concerned about whether or not there was a conflict of interest with her role as the manager of the MLP, the broadband enterprise. And she checked with the ethics commission in Massachusetts and they said, no, it wasn't a conflict. But she wanted me to check with KP Law anyway. And according to our bylaws, it's not a problem because she can be on the finance committee provided that the committee of which she is a member does not request any more than 5% of the town's annual budget for support or, from their in the annual town meeting budgetary process. And broadband doesn't ask for anything because they fully support themselves and they generate a surplus. So he determined that that was not a problem. So I let her know that. She was glad to hear that and is looking forward to joining the committee. And I also let I copied Bob Baker and David Honus on my email about that, as I did select board. And David and I talked, and he was wondering if, since the moderator position is currently vacant, could he be appointed right away? And so that we aren't without a moderator, and thereby he could also then appoint Kimberly to the finance committee rather than wait until July 1st. There's no particular urgency, but just check one thing off your list. And according to MGL chapter 41, section 107, that is allowed, particularly if the if the position is vacant. You could be sworn in. Actually, he could have been sworn in the day after the election and then begun his duties immediately, but we missed that window. So he can be sworn in anytime. I just mentioned all of that because it affects, well, the appointment of somebody to a committee reminded me that I wanted to share all of that with you guys.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Do we do that in the public? Yeah, yeah, this is the letter from.
Yes.
Surrey.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Right, one's from quite a while.
I didn't see the older one. I saw the.
But that's also, he said, she said, once again,
Yeah.
one word against the others.
The issue, as I understand it, and you guys seem to have read it more closely than I did, is that Paige Cerulli has complained to us because she has found that there were 10 pigs roaming on her property, potentially disrupting her horses, one of which is injured, and the disrupting that horse could cause the horse to actually have to have surgery. And, that she had some interaction with the animal control officer, Claude Dupont.
It had nothing to do with him doing his animal control job. It was at an assessors meeting, having to do with the solar situation.
Okay,
I'm sure it was heated either way. It's her words against his. She said he was bullying her,
All right.
blah, blah, blah.
but,
Who knows the real story? 'Cause none of us were there.
okay, but the issue I think is that,
But since then, she won't call him for anything to do with animal, because she just won't talk.
so we,
But all she has to do is call dispatch. I talked to Dan. Well, she has to call dispatch and then for animal stuff.
Yeah, dispatch will contact him direct.
Right. So she doesn't have to, but that's his job, whether she likes him or not, that's his job.
right. No, I don't think she was saying she didn't want him to come take care of it.
Yes, she just says it, right, and then she gets to deal with what she got. He's the animal control officer, that's his job.
Well,
If you have a personal vendetta, unless you have a restraining order against the guy, like, that's his job.
seems to me there's also a third pathway. He tells Robert Pitko that he's responsible for removing the pigs from her property.
Well, probably, he probably did,
And if he doesn't, then she will shoot them.
that's fine. I told Eugene not shoot his pigs too, and he came and got them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that.
But critters do get out. If it's an everyday thing, it's a problem, but once in a while, critters do get out.
I don't think it was accidental.
I'm sure it was. Pigs get out. They're looking for food.
He threatened her with beginning a pig farm because she was objecting to the solar farm.
Well, it's neighborly love, so not our problem.
I don't know.
That's what the P's for, not us.
Yeah, okay, great. So I
And
think,
I also told her to call him if there's problems.
and,
The back, the
and
first,
she, has she,
Yeah, I took a call yesterday, I went and confirmed where they were working.
but the first,
are they still there?
Well, they're in the neighbors, Pitchco, I believe it is pronounced.
they go.
Pitco, they have he has a makeshift pen in the back made out of pallets,
Oh,
where the pigs are.
Well,
that worked.
that's what most people used to do for pigs, put them in homemade pens, but all you need is a good electric fence, they stay in. But back to the first problem she had, I said, if there's issues with that and not proper on your property, call the police, report it to the police, get a hold of the police.
Yeah.
That's not our job to enforce any of that stuff.
Right, right. You're exactly right. Okay, so she's been informed,
Yes.
the police have been informed. I don't think we have to talk about it anymore, do we?
Nope.
Okay,
Any other business or questions or?
I have a question. What's your summer schedule for the select board? Have you all set it yet? Or are you gonna wait until July?
mine is retired.
I know. Will you have one?
Doesn't matter to me, whatever they decide, I'm good with, so.
Will you have one at the end of June?
Yes.
So you'll have one more?
Yeah,
Okay, I was double checking. Okay.
yeah, it's just July and August.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
And it's around depending upon people's vacation schedule.
Holland needs one meeting in July for the 15th.
So it'll be the first one.
Okay.
Looking ahead, in the beginning of September, I won't be here, and in the beginning of October, I won't be here.
Yeah, as long
Well,
as there's two of us, that's,
Okay,
that makes it,
Two people is a quorum, and the select board normally meets on the second Tuesday
right,
of each month. So if you're gone the first week, it's not a problem. If it's the second week, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's not a problem. It's just, you won't be here.
right.
or if we can't get enough, we just don't have a meeting.
Oh, okay. I was
But we
gonna
don't-
send my clone.
Polly?
I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm stepping back from doing the hybrid meetings. That's on select board nights. Jessica's gonna do that,
Okay?
and she's also the main lead on the website
Wow.
and backup.
Cool.
You're great.
But thank you, Polly, for all
Yeah.
you did. Yeah, it was a big deal. And thank you, Jessica, for taking that.
Welcome to retirement. Onward. Not entirely, you have other jobs.
I'm trying to get used to it, like. got that busy kind of energy.
Yes, I have a question. You talked about appointing David Bonus as the moderator at this time, but I didn't hear whether or not you voted to do it.
No, we don't have to vote. He was elected. The moderator
First, but the appointing him.
He's
It's
elected.
alive.
No, he's an elected moderator.
Well, I
And
understand.
he was elected on what, May 2nd or 3rd. And according to MGL, chapter 41, section 107, if the position is vacant at the time of the election,
Understand, thank you.
then the person can be appointed immediately and immediately assume their duties and they still have their regular term.
You just gotta get sworn in.
Yeah,
Direct.
Yeah.
So then, as soon as he
No,
does
it's
that.
fine. I just didn't hear an appointment being made. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you were wrong. It was confusing.
Yes.
It was.
well, I don't think of people who are elected as being appointed.
Well, they're filling a space for a certain time until
Oh, yeah.
their job becomes.
Yeah, what I heard was a question of, should we appoint him now?
That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's.
Well,
Me too.
he's gotta get sworn.
That because, I believe if you're gonna appoint an interim or temporary, elected official, it has to be done by the whole town meeting. I mean, that's why
Not an appointment.
if Ruth, when Ruth was late for the annual town meeting, I checked with Serena Hawthorne at that point, and she said that then you have to have someone nominated from the floor, the annual town meeting has to vote on it,
Okay.
and then they get sworn in. And the same thing is true if the moderator can't be there. We had to nominate the moderator from the floor. And the town meeting voted on David Kramer. So I still don't think that we don't appoint any elected official. If somebody resigns, then what you have to do is schedule I believe, and I'm looking at Ed, because he's the expert on this. I think what you have to do is schedule a special election. And after they're elected, then they can fill the unexpired term.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have anything to do with the election process. That's all Ruth.
Any other questions or business? We're doing this,
Yeah, I think we need to.
okay?
You read it? Oh, I move that we go into executive session, so the board can, I move that the board vote to go into executive session to discuss reputation, character, physical condition, and or mental health rather than professional competence of an individual, or to consider the discipline or dismissal or complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual.
A second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, that'd be